Alright, in that last video I didn't record the part number for the ball joint press tool. It's made by Coleman Tools, and the part number is MBA1036, ball joint removal and installation tool. And as I said, the removal tool is this nice heavy piece of steel that you just bash out the ball joint with a 5-pound sledge. That's how it says in the service manual. But I wanted to show you how to press in the ball joint. So I've got this over here on the press, and let's see if this light helps. There we go. So here's the tool. You can see it curves around the arm. I showed that in the last video, and it actually slides over the ball joint with the boot on. See how it's just slid right over there? So that just slides right over the ball joint and right up against the arm. The arm goes right in there. I'm just going to center it under the press. Alright, there we go. And I'm going to press that ball joint in. Get it a little bit centered more. There we go. Okay, I'm going to just record right here and watch how this works. See it going in there? Just pressing right in there. There we go. And that's down at the bottom and it's flush. So I'll release the tension now and show you guys. Alright. We'll take off the tool, and there we go. Perfectly flush ball joint. See? Perfectly flush around the edges. And that is how that tool works. Alright, I just wanted to review how to remove these bushings. You can't do it on a press just because of the awkward angle. What you need is a air hammer. These things are incredibly powerful. I've already got them started, but basically there was a little bitty gap between the edge of the bushing and see, you can see it right here between the edge of the bushing. There you go. See where I put the air hammer right there, the chisel? And there was like a little bitty gap, and literally I put the chisel there and then, you know, ran it and it just bumped it right out. Now for this one, you just put the chisel inside on the bushing and you go out with it. Literally it took 5 seconds for each bushing to come out. This side, I'm not sure. I know these are caps. I'm just going to play around with hitting it with the air chisel and see what happens. Just take a look at the parts to see what we're dealing with. So here's the replacement parts. Let me cut this bag open. All right. Here are, yeah, look at that. The bushing has we'll see how this works. Okay, so this bushing has two parts. You have the, there we go. You have the outer parts and the inner parts, and then there's an inside part. So these are the caps, and that's what we're seeing right here. These caps, they come off. So it's going to take me a little more work. I'm going to get the right chisel piece. I have one that has a little notch in the end that can hook onto right here, and I can probably push that out. Well, guys, this is how you do it. I wish I could show you on camera, but it takes, I have to put my foot here and hold the gun with both hands. But you just put it right there on the bushing and hold that trigger down, and bam, it'll knock off the cap. And it takes this thing puts out a lot of force. But that's how you get these out really easy, is with an air hammer. Okay, so after probably 30 minutes trying all kinds of different chisels, basically the way you get these off is you just demolish them with the chisel. See how that's all beat up and actually came in from the side here and knocked the cap off. Anyway, the chisel gets the job done. I'm not sure you could do this another way. I'm sure Mercedes had some sort of tool that would just clamp on here and, you know, like pneumatically just pull it off. I guess you could use a puller, but actually you couldn't use a puller. I don't know, but the chisel gets them off. And then there's the ones on the other side. So once you do that, you're left with the internal bushing, which is this guy right here. And this thing, you just, you know, you push out with a press. It's going to fall out here in a second. There it goes. And there it is. You can see where I just totally demolished it with that air chisel. But that's the internal bushing. So there you go. That's how you get them out. So I'm going to go press this one back in. And it goes in, I think, a certain way. See these little tabs on the sides here and here? And then there's a gap. Well, the gaps point vertically. So I'm going to push those back in, put this control arm back on, and we're good. Alright, well, I discovered something interesting with the bushings for the lower control arm. These are the melee bushings. The front bushing goes in okay and presses together, but these rear, let's see, these are the bushings that go. One goes in each side here. See, it's 2 per control arm, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And the original Mercedes, see if you can see this. Well, the original Mercedes, there you go, or you can probably make that out, are a smaller diameter. See, that actually fits into the beveled edge, and this can be pressed in there. That, see, that actually fits and can go in. The melee, too large, and man, I've tried everything. Got a ball joint press from from the parts store. I've tried the shop press, and it just distorts and forms these. I even tried to use safety wire to wrap it around several times and compress it. And yeah, these the melee are the wrong dimensions, and they do not go in here. So I've spent some time on eBay looking for the NOS stuff, but that's unfortunate. I got on eBay and just ordered an old, new old stock Phoebe kit. and these bushes out of the Phoebe kit fit fine. It's the mealies that are the wrong size. So I got another generic kit here. I don't know, this looked made in Germany, Carolyn. So I ordered another kit that had a couple more in there. So I'll use these for the other side, and I just sent the mealies back. Now the front bushings on the mealie do work. That's this part. So since I already had that one installed, I just took the front bushing out of the Carolyn kit and threw it back in the mealie kit, and I'm going to send those back to get my money back. Okay, we have the driver's side back together. Painted the spindle. You can see the new ball joint, the new upper control arm. Let me turn this light on. There we go. The new upper control arm bushings. Got brand new bushings up here. And the lower control arm. Brand new bushings here. And brand new bushings right back in here. So, and it's beautiful. Nice and painted. But now I got this side. This side has not been done. You can see it's dirtier. See these bushings back here. See if I can get some light on there. Yeah, see they're just rotted and gross looking. But yeah, that's a hell of a job. Took me a couple of weekends, but with the right tools, it's not a big deal. Oh, here's a trick. So to get this bolt out right here, that's a set screw that goes through and holds it in place. So I put an impact on here and tried to get that out, and it wouldn't come out. I immediately noticed, so got online. They're like, "Hey, did you undo the set screw?" So that has to be undone before this bolt can come out. And these bushings up here, those look solid, so I'm not even messing with those. The subframe bushings, that'll probably be next on the list. And yeah, it looks like I'll have to undo that bushing there. Unscrew that one again for this to come out. So I should have probably done them all together. Yeah, because that, whoops. So yeah, to take that little subframe out, you have to undo the lower control arm. So anyway, that's for another day.